Hi, I'm Daniel from Hecht Group Real Estate in New York City. In this video, I will walk you through a few steps that will guide you on how to successfully rent a great apartment in the city of New York. First thing you want to do is know what you're looking for. So make a list that includes the neighborhood, the size of the apartment, a price you can afford, and the amenities. Are you looking for a doorman or an elevator building, a renovated kitchen, or city views? Once you have these details on paper, share them with your broker so that he or she will be able to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Which leads us to step 2, finding a broker. If your friends and family don't know of any good apartments that are becoming available, you should probably find a good broker. We at Hecht Group will be more than happy to introduce you to one of our certified professional brokers. They are trained to the highest market standards to ensure that you complete your application successfully in a hassle-free and timely manner. Step 3. Start looking. The ideal time to start looking for an apartment is about a month before your move-in date. This might sound last minute, but in New York, apartments will usually be listed only about 4 weeks before they become available. Step 4. Know how much rent you qualify for. Generally, your annual income will be expected to be 40 times greater than the monthly rent. If an apartment you're renting is $2,000 a month, you'll be expected to make at least $80,000 a year. Note that this amount can be the combined income of you and your spouse or roommates. If you still don't make that amount, you can always use a guarantor, like a parent or a close friend who will sign the lease and guarantee that you pay for the apartment. Note that the guarantor's income should be 80 times greater than the monthly rent. Another option you have is a security deposit of a few months' rent. This will be put down when you sign the lease and will be returned to you when the lease is over. And a third option is to pay a few months' rent up front. Step 5. Getting the paperwork together. When you go in a few apartments, you should always come prepared with a few documents. That way, you'll be ready to say "I'll take it" before someone else grabs it from under your nose. These are the documents you and/or your guarantor will need to prepare. A photo ID, bank statements of your checking and savings accounts, a letter of employment stating your position, how long you've been there, and your annual income. You can get this letter from either the HR department in your company or from your boss. If you're self-employed, get that letter from your accountant. Finally, your last 2 years' tax returns. You don't need the whole thing, just a copy of the first 2 pages of each year's return. Step 6. Put down a deposit. Once you find the apartment you like, put down a deposit and complete the paperwork if necessary as soon as possible. Once the management company receives your paperwork, they will require between 2 to 5 business days to process your application. Step 7. Signing the lease. Once the landlord has reviewed your application, he will either approve it, reject it, or have a few conditions, such as using a guarantor or an extra security deposit. If the landlord approves, go ahead and sign the lease. If the landlord rejects the application, find out with your broker what went wrong and take that into consideration when you move on to the next apartment. If you have a pet, make sure that the lease allows it. Also, make sure that the names are spelled correctly. Step 8. Moving in. Once you've signed the lease and deposited the checks, you will get the keys from either the broker, the management company, or from the super. That's it. You're done. Now it's time to open up a bottle of wine, lift your feet on the table, and get nice and comfy in your new home. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at one of our 2 locations. Good luck.